Hi, a very warm welcome to this research presentation of mine. My name is Sarmad Iqbal, and today I'm going to talk about the impact of terrorism on economic development. I'm a student of Econ 302B, and today I'm going to explore the nature of relationship that terrorism does have with economic development. My research paper and my research hypothesis, both in an accord, conclude that there is a negative impact of terrorism on economic development. Here, I do have economic development as the dependent or Y variable, which is being measured by the proxy GDP per capita growth. Then I have the main independent variable or the X variable, which is terrorism, and which is being measured by the proxy fatalities from terrorism. Then I do have my control variables, which include education, which is being measured by the proxy literacy rate by country. Then I do have health, which is being measured by the proxy life expectancy at birth total years. Then I have technology, which is being measured by the proxy share of individuals using the internet. And then at the end, I do have population, which is being measured by the proxy population growth by level of development. My data set is a cross-sectional data set, which means that it is not a time series data set. The time or the year is being fixed at 2011. There are no variations when it comes to the years, but there are variations when it comes to the countries which are being mentioned and which are being taken or which are being selected here. For example, I have 33 countries from different parts and different continents of the world. I have Austria from Central Europe. I have Ecuador from South America. I have Bangladesh from South Asia. And all these different countries are part of my research on the variables that I have just mentioned. And primarily, my research and my research paper is concerned with the negative relation that terrorism has with economic development. Initially, my regression results of my research concluded that there is a positive relationship between terrorism and economic development. But after different commands and different tests were being run in data on the data set, I did find in the final regression results that my research hypothesis and my literature review reference articles have been right, have been correct, because there is a negative relationship that terrorism does have with the economic development. Now I'm going to share my screen with you so you can see what my research data looks like. And I'm also going to talk about the p-value of t that all these variables do have apart from the coefficient values by which we do understand the relationship and the nature of it that they do have with economic development. For example, terrorism has a negative coefficient value in the final regression results. It has a negative value of minus 0.337, which means that if terrorism increases by 1 unit, GDP per capita growth will decrease by minus 0.337 units. The minus sign indicates it's a negative coefficient. A minus sign is being also seen in health and technology variables here and their coefficients, which also indicates that these variables, these control variables, they do have this negative relationship with economic development. They have this negative impact on GDP per capita growth. But in case of population and education, a positive relationship was being seen with economic development because there was a positive coefficient. Now, coming to the p-value of t of terrorism, for example, in the final regression results, it was 0.004, which means that it is less than 0.10. So we reject H naught here at 1% significance. And to see what it looks like, let's have a look. I'm going to share the screen with you. Before we move on, I would like to show you what my empirical equation looks like. So here is my empirical equation, as you all can see, and coefficient values are being mentioned. After GDP per capita growth, you can see that 3.496, which is the constant coefficient value, is being mentioned, and then minus 0.337 terror is being mentioned, which again shows that terrorism has a negative coefficient value. Now, moving on to the p-value of t. First of all, you can see it's the table which I copied from this data where I did my research work. And the table shows the p-value of t of all the variables concerned, including terrorism, which is my main independent variable. So it is 0.004. Now we see what hypothesis testing says about this p-value of t. So terror has a 0.004 p-value of t, which means that we reject H naught at 1% significance. And what does it mean if we interpret it? It means that our coefficient is a true coefficient because we reject H naught. But if we fail to reject H naught, if our p-value of t was greater than 0.10, then it wouldn't be a true coefficient. We couldn't say that. And it can be seen in these variables. For example, in the case of population, you can see here it is in red. It says fail to reject H naught because p-value of t is 0.295. And here is the interpretation. We cannot say that our coefficient is a true coefficient because it is greater than 0.10. And the rule applies that we have to see our hypothesis once we are done with the regression results. Now moving on to the initial regression results. These were the initial regression results, which can be seen being different from the ones which I have now, which are being different from the final regression results. For example, here we fail to reject H naught in the terror, but in the final regression results, which we've just seen, we are rejecting H naught at 1% significance because p-value of t was 0.004, but here p-value of t is 0.883. So you can see the difference in p-value of t as well. But apart from that, we can also see the difference that coefficient value of terror is positive. It is 0.0012. It means that if terror increases by 1 unit, GDP per capita growth, which is the proxy for economic development, will increase by 0.0012 units. Here we can see a change. In the final regression result, we see three negative coefficient values, which are health, technology, and terrorism. Apart from them, population and education, they do have a positive relationship with economic development. It has to be noted. Now moving on, I do show you the R squared value of final regression result. So R squared value can be seen here. It is 0.3726. How we interpret it, it is that 37.26% of variation in the dependent variable, which is GDP per capita growth or economic development, since GDP per capita growth is the proxy of it, is explained by fatalities from terrorism, literacy rate by country, share of individuals using the internet, life expectancy at birth total years, population growth rate by level of development, but the rest of the 62.74% remains in the error term. So this is the interpretation of the R squared value of our final regression results. Now moving on, we are going to see the F value or the P value of F test. We first need to see what the P value of F is in the final regression. So it is 0.0308. Now we see the interpretation. So here the interpretation is that we reject H naught at 5% significance. Here we can again see that the significance is being mentioned and the hypothesis testing remains quite crucial here. Now moving on to the tests which had been applied here, which include the link test, the off test, white test, hat test, which is the Baruch-Pagan test, and what those tests were about. Starting with the, here we go. So there is no such variable here which has a correlation of above 90%. So we do not have a problematic variable when it comes to the collinearity issue here in our data set. This is the result that we are getting after applying the tests which were available in this data for our data set. Moving on, we use RVF plot while line bracket 0 bracket 0. It is the command which has been copied from Stata. This command was used to see the homoscedasticity. And here it was being seen that we have a greater homoscedasticity as a greater number of points are closer to line. Now, we do see the Bruce-Pagan test's interpretation. So the probability of chi-square in Bruce-Pagan test is more than zero point 0.1 and it's 0.5406, which translates to 54.06%. So we fail to reject the null hypothesis and the model doesn't have hetero present. We fail to reject constant variance and homoscedasticity here. This is the Bruce-Pagan test table or the result which has been copied right away from the Stata. Now moving on to the white test and its result. So probability of chi-square in white test is more than zero point 0.1 and it's 0.2549, which translates to 25.49%. So we fail to reject the null hypothesis and the model doesn't have hetero present. We fail to reject constant variance and homoscedasticity here. If probability lies between 0 and zero point 0.1, only then we reject the null hypothesis. So homoscedasticity is present here. It's the table for the white test which we just discussed, and this result or the result table has been copied straight away from the Stata where I did my research work. Now moving on, we check for normality. Normality, for that reason, we use histogram, k-density and g-ladder curves, and there were different results which we did see. And now we move on to the OV test, which can be seen here, which is being used for the omitted variable bias. Here is the interpretation of it. So we see that this model doesn't have omitted variable bias as we fail to reject, here it is being mentioned, as we fail to reject the null hypothesis. We fail to reject null hypothesis because probability in OV test is 0.3638, which doesn't lie in the range of 0 to zero point 0.1. We also use link test for model specifications. So now we move on to what our link test looks like. We see here is the link test table which has been copied from Stata, and now we see here the interpretation of the link test being applied to my data set of 2011 and 33 countries. It's a cross-sectional data set, just to remind you again. So we see that link test showed a failure to reject null hypothesis as p-value of t of underscore hat is 0.657 and that of underscore hat square is 0.342. This is the interpretation that we do see of our link test. So these were different tests which were being applied apart from the obvious, which was the relationship between economic development and terrorism being explored. And we can simply conclude that there is a negative relationship that exists between terrorism and economic development. My research paper also had a literature review section, which I'm now going to share with you. So my literature review had 3 reference articles, and all of those articles were concerned with the negative impact of these relationships, no matter where they were based in, which country they were focused on. For example, one of the research paper was focused on Turkey, but the other research paper was focused on Pakistan. But they had a similar conclusion that there is a negative impact that terrorism has on economic development. So let's have a look at my literature review. So here you can see that the first research paper which I chose, which is my base paper, it's from Haider et al. 2015. It also investigated the effect of terrorism on economic development in the time period 1981 to 2012. And it also concluded that there is a negative relationship. Moving on, I do see that there is another researcher or a group of researchers named Estrada et al. 2015. The other two papers are from them out of the three reference articles which I had chosen for my research. So, Estrada et al. Used a TAVE model for terrorism and how countries can be vulnerable to terrorism to see the impact terrorism has and how terrorism can cause damage to a country. TAVE model was applied to Turkey as well as to Pakistan, and the similar conclusion was reached. It was that terrorism has severe economic ramifications and repercussions on a country's economic development. So, again, what my research hypothesis was about and what my research final regression results are about, it has been reiterated by the literature review of my research. So it can be seen and it can be concluded, and I'm going to end this discussion and this presentation at this note that terrorism negatively impacts economic development. Therefore, our government needs to focus on economic causes of it. Thank you.